Hi everyone, this is Gleb and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to record this introduction because I got myself a new microphone, so I hope it sounds way better. In today's video, as always, I'm sharing some unscripted moments of my life, some personal reflections, some thoughts and ideas, sharing my progress towards discovering what is truly calling me and in my pursuit just to live an amazing life. In this video, I will talk about meditation, how I struggled with meditation, and how I finally learned to meditate. And most importantly, I will share why I'm meditating and why maybe you should too. I will share some highlights of the week, some raw moments of my last days. So it's going to be fun. And if you like these videos, subscribe to my channel because your support is very important. And also leave a comment which topics you like the most so I can learn from you and improve my videos and show you more interesting stuff. But first, I will show you how to cut a mango. Peel the skin with a knife or with this thing. Like this, and like this. That's what you got in the end. Here I got cottage cheese with mango, so delicious. I was supposed to go for a run, but I just had coffee with my friends and they convinced me to go surfing with them. Therefore, I'll take my board and head to the beach. So in the end, it was an amazing decision to go surfing. I'm so happy, but I'm hungry like an animal, so now we're going to have breakfast and then start the day.
This is traditional Lithuanian food, you know.
Yeah, of course, dragon fruit.
Those great YouTube videos.
Italian risotto.
Italian risotto, guys.
And bacon.
Pronto a mangiare l'Italian risotto.
Here, butter, parmesan, and now the magic is gonna happen.
Why I want to talk about meditation? Because this is the habit which I consistently failed to develop for over a decade. I learned about meditation for the first time when I started to listen to podcasts almost 10 years ago, and a lot of successful people, a lot of world leaders in business, sports, and whatever, they were always saying that they consistently meditate, that meditation is an important part of their life. They mentioned this in books and everything, and I was like, oh my God, if it worked for them, it means it will going to work for me. So I started to meditate. I checked different apps like Headspace or Calm. This didn't stick, like I couldn't get consistent with this habit. Over and over again, I really failed, because for me, meditating even for 10 minutes was like a torture. And at some point I even thought, okay, meditation is not for me. I didn't understand why. I just tried to copy the habits of other people without understanding why they're doing this, how they benefit from this, and how can I benefit from that. But everything changed recently after I completed a 10 days Vipassana course. For 10 full days, I was living like a monk, waking up at 4 a.m., going to sleep at 10 p.m., and meditating the whole day. So every single day in 10 days, we had more than 10 hours of meditation. And after meditating for 100 hours, I think I learned a little bit about meditation. So this is what I want to share today with you. In this video, I want to explain why I meditate, how I benefit from this, and maybe why you should meditate also, or at least give it a chance. I just had a call with my architect regarding the project I'm building here in south of Bali. And it's the first time I see the renders, and I'm so impressed. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm really happy because we discussed the project, we discussed the mood, so we had the mood board, the materials, the colors, and I'm so happy that she understood me exactly what I meant. And it's still very early to show you anything, but I just want to show like the little sneak peek of the style and the mood. So this is going to be a bedroom. You see it's more like dark materials, dark wood, a lot of light and plants as well. And the overall concept of this project is that we have this modern Balinese-style, trying to be respectful to the local architecture, but also add like a bit of a modern spice on top. So I'm really excited to work on this. I try to condense it into 3 key ideas. Reason number 1, I call it to train the beast. Sometimes I feel like my mind is a wild animal. It's like a beast, it's like a bull, it's like a horse. It's so powerful, but when it's uncontrolled, it can destroy everything. Very often happens that I get so many thoughts that it drives me crazy and I cannot calm them down. And maybe this feeling is also familiar to you. But this beast, it's not only powerful, it's also totally random and kind of crazy. Mind is always jumping between past and future, past and future. You always think what to do next or what happened before. And the mind is also, it's never neutral. It's always either good or bad. Good things in the future, bad things in the future. Good things in the past, bad things in the past. Here and there, here and there. By practicing meditation is the same as training a wild beast, basically. It's like training the wild animal. Step by step, slowly, with a lot of patience, with a lot of compassion, you train it. You train it to be calm. If you have a wild animal, you shouldn't be mad with the fact that it's unpredictable. You shouldn't be mad with yourself that you cannot control it. You can only control it by slowly training this. And meditation helps you to train. Imagine the power which your mind has. Imagine all these possibilities. Imagine all this energy works in your favor. Imagine when this wild beast actually becomes your ally. At least you find peace with this beast and calm it down when you want to. And you achieve this calmness when you really want to have this calmness. So this is the first benefit of meditation if you practice this consistently. It's 10 a.m. I woke up at 6 and the whole morning I've been working on this app idea which I have. It doesn't go well, so many bugs. Decided to refactor the database, kind of refactor how the data is structured, and it was a nightmare, so many problems. But it's getting better and I hope soon I can show you something. I will have a quick breakfast at home and then I'm going to meet my friend. She's running the SEO agency and I have a few ideas how we can automate processes with AI. Okay, so we finished the meeting. Now I'll have a quick workout, then an Indonesian class, and a few hours of work, and then I have dinner plans, so intense day in Bali. The number one exercise I hate the most is hip thrusters. I hate it. The second reason is that practicing meditation and learning this craft makes you detached from what is happening around you. So let me explain. We have 5 senses, right? Something which we see, something which we hear, which we can feel, something which we can smell. But we also have another one which comes from our mind. When we receive a signal with the senses, we give it a judgment. Like, I like it or I don't like it. And when we receive a signal with the senses and we judge it with I like it or I don't like it, we develop craving or aversion. We either want more of this or we want less of this. And these feelings of craving or aversion, they also generate physical sensation inside our bodies. You probably noticed this before, but if not, just like observe it today and tomorrow, that when something triggers you positively or negatively, you can also feel it inside your body. You're either relaxed or stressed. You can also feel it in your breath. And this is the indication that indeed the message was received. Again, we receive a signal with our senses, we give it evaluation, I like it or I don't like it, and then we create either craving, I want more of this, or we create aversion, I don't want this, I want this to stop. And these feelings of craving and aversion, they have a tendency to multiply. They grow and multiply and grow and grow and grow, and they last and they stay with us our whole life. There are still things and still emotions which we experienced many, many years ago, and we still crave them. Or there are negative feelings which happened also many years ago, but we still have this aversion towards them even now. But there is one interesting thing about that. All these sensations are going to pass. All the cravings are going to pass. All the aversions are going to pass. Everything which is you're experiencing in your body is temporary. You feel it right now, but eventually it's going to pass. What meditation teaches us is to observe this passing sensation, not blocking them, not ignoring them, but only observing them. Because if you are observing them carefully, they see all of them are going to pass. Good, bad, it's going to pass. And the more practice you have by observing them, less attached you become to the new sensations. I can give you an example. I can get super excited about something, right? And I have this feeling, I feel like I'm breathing faster, my heart beats faster. Something is happening in my body, and I'm craving, I want this thing, I want this thing, I want this thing. But this thing is going to pass. in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 days. It's going to pass. And being aware of this, I feel like, okay, this is going to pass. It's not going to be forever. Should I really be so emotional about this? Should I really be so attached to that? Probably not. And again, it's not like you go from 0 to 1. It's a practice, it's a skill which you develop, but eventually it helps me to become a bit more present. It helps me to become more selective. But by no means it makes me passive, because I'm still excited about things and I still don't like things. What I'm learning is to observe them in the present moment and enjoy them in the present moment, or hate them in the present moment, without really attaching them, with the full awareness that it's going to pass, which for me is very helpful with running business, in personal growth, in sports, in surfing, in my relationship with other people. Because it doesn't matter where you are in this life and who you are in this life, you always have struggles and you always have problems. And meditation teaches us how to rather observe these problems without attaching to them. It's been almost a week since I started building this iOS app, and it turned out to be way more complicated than I expected, because the AI which helped me to build it apparently is not that smart. So they confuse a lot of very fundamental things about like technical architecture. So I want to spend 1 more hour working on this, and then it's Friday, end of the week, so we want to do a sunset surfing session with my friends. We just had a really incredible surfing session with my friend. You remember him from my previous vlog. And we're in my favorite restaurant. The real action here starts way later, around like 9 or 10 p.m. But we're hungry like animals, so we will eat now, and then maybe we'll have energy, we'll stay a bit longer. So here's my good friend Stefan. He's an incredible person, and he's the reason why we have 46 people on the table. And this is because of Stefan. So Stefan knows a lot about how to give to others, right?
Thank you. You're such an amazing friend. I love you so much.
So if you are in Uluwatu, you better call Stefan.
Yeah.
And the third reason is way more spiritual, is that once we learn how to observe and detach from this, from aversion, from craving, we become free in the present moment. We become peaceful, we get harmony in the present moment. But as I said before, these attachments, they multiply with time, and we have enough of them accumulated inside us. What meditation does is that once you don't produce new cravings, the old one comes to the surface. We store them very deep, so we don't even remember about them. We're not aware of them, and we're so busy in our daily lives that these attachments sit very deep inside. But once we empty some space, once we don't add new ones, once we have some stillness in our mind, they all come outside. So this is why when you meditate for like 10 hours, oh my God, so much stuff is happening in your head. So much stuff, it's crazy. The memories which I have from the past was absolutely insane. But this means that it's like a process of cleansing. All these old attachments, all cravings, all aversions are coming out. And what you're going to do now? Observe them and let them go. Exactly, because I mentioned we have 5 senses, but the 6th sense, not like Bruce Willis, but inside us, it has exactly the same result. It's a trigger inside, and then we say, I like it or I don't like it. And then we have sensation, and then we have craving or aversion towards the sensation. With the past memories and the past traumas and the past accumulated attachments, it's the same cleansing process. And by practicing meditation for a lifetime, maybe several lifetimes, this is the way to liberation from all this heaviness of the past, liberation from all this unnecessary luggage which we carry in our body and in our soul. I will leave it up to you to believe it or not. It's very spiritual point of view, but at least for first 2 reasons, to really calm your mind, at least for this, I recommend you to give it a shot. Because for me, this was very strong motivation. Before that, I had no idea what I'm doing, why I'm sitting calmly on the pillow, but now I know exactly why, and I can feel these benefits every single day. And now, with a calm and peaceful mind, let's go back to work. Another morning coding session. I put a hoodie so I look a little bit more like a hacker. I'm getting some progress, The most exciting thing for me is that I didn't do any coding in the last maybe 5 or 6 years. And I feel like my brain is kind of stretching now to go back to this routine, to remember like all the good practices which I knew before. For example, I built the first version of this app without proper understanding of the architecture behind it. So it crashed, it didn't work. I built the second version of this app without version control. It's like when you save your progress, so you can also roll back to this. Also didn't work well, and now I spent the whole day yesterday like setting up, my accounts and making sure that the architecture is scalable. And now I'm building like step by step every little piece of functionality. It's going very, very slow, taking into account I have this tight timeline, but I'm enjoying it, because every morning I wake up like 6 a.m. and I'm doing this because I just want to give it a shot. And if it works, I will just reproduce this and do it again with other apps because I have a lot of ideas. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Back to hacking. And that's the vlog. Another beautiful week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this video, about this format. Now it's 9 p.m. Sunday and I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to Savaya because I was working the whole week very hard, and I think I want to dance a little bit. I want to let the steam out. And the DJ who's playing today, I really, really like her. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you very, very soon.